Order! Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. And it's not a problem because I know for sure he did it.
I mean, yeah. At this point, we also know that, like, it's obvious he did it as well too. But pretty much, sadly, even in real life, you know how like the higher ups like to try to protect like someone like a chief police.
Definitely. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. Fuck you too, Wright. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? Yep, I can. That the chief, a high-ranking officer, is involved in this murder?
Good question.
Yes.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gann is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gann to the murder
So what's the evidence that could tie the Chief to the murder?
Very simple. ID card.
Yep. And not just ID card, but the ID card reader itself.
Take that!
Oh yeah, the ID card record, yeah. This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on this list we could not determine the owner of yesterday. 7777777.
49.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? What? How did you know that?
The safe in the Chief Gann's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777, 49. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gann, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Oh, he's pissed.
He's slowly getting there.
Order. To me, as long as he gets pissed, that brings me joy.
Pretty much.
Easy.
Pretty much, if any witness or hell, even any murderer gets pissed, you know that pretty soon you're on the right track with something.
Yeah. Chief Gann, what do you have to say?
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulation. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Chief Gann? So, you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm the chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I could go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you went to the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
Objection!
You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gann, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. Alrighty.
Is he here?
Yeah, ESM's coming now.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gann met the victim on the day of the crime, that we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime.
Easy.
Alright,
Very
so what's the evidence that shows that Detective Goodman met with Gant?
The lost item report.
Right. Because, yeah, if you remember, Detective Goodman was about to lose something, and it says he had to submit it to the Chief of Police himself.
Take that!
Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. You would have to have given that report to the Chief of Police. Yet you're in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filled it.
Pretty sure about that. Because here's the thing, he started to fill it out, and plus he's also got his numbers on the scan sheet 77777.
Well, actually, no. This is more for Detective Goodman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were partners.
No. But I mean, like, we actually did prove that, yes, that it was Chief Gant's ID number, so we did prove that.
49.
Yes, pretty much. 49.
What's the meeting like? 43. Or is it 42? I think it's 42.
It could be 25.
Could it be 27?
Maybe.
Could be 21.
Maybe.
Could be.
Can we get over this trial, please? Yes, Your Honor, sorry.
ESM has jumped in.
Yes, ESM has joined the party for the fight. And actually, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and end this.
If you give me a choke.
Yes, I get the joke.
Oh, we are finishing it?
Yeah, why not? Because pretty much after this, we only got one more trying to worry about afterwards, and you just joined in, so we just figured, why not? Let's go ahead and do this.
We'll be up.
Alrighty,
We'll do it.
let's do this.
Because then it just finishes the rest.
Pretty much.
Are you remind me of roles because I am like
Okay, so
half here.
alright, so the only one you got for this trial
Besides
is
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth. That's the only one you got. Yeah, Barney's gonna be doing the judge, and Gumshoe will be present, but he and Edgeworth will be in the same room, so Barney will also be Gumshoe. Anyway, he filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh,
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way that the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next. I, Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly.
but wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes, now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Objection!
Sorry. Oh wait, what the hell? That was that was the wrong voice.
Are you okay there, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I had a voice crack just now.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
I love how the way.
Oh my god.
I know, me too. Honestly, that's one of my favorite breakdowns in any Ace Attorney character so far.
So, real quick, do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
So there's two instances of what that reminds me of.
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
JoJo's Bizarre
GX
Adventure?
Okay.
and Pegasus.
Actually, yeah, I can kind of see that a little bit with Pegasus, with like, what, the Toon World or something? Like,
Toon World at the end, like
Yeah.
when he actually finally lost to Sento.
yeah, Sento, and like, also when Yugi also, like, pretty much got rid of the Toon World book, too.
That, but also then the GX way is when Jaden finally took out Azul.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, and then merged.
Pretty much.
I still don't know how that worked because I didn't get the full story. I only got to watch.
It's been a
Season
long
one.
time since I've seen GX. So.
I only got to see season 3.
Ah.
I didn't get to see season 1 and 2, but I haven't been able to binge. I want to binge.
I see.
Chief Gant, you didn't.
The murderer was most likely a spur of the moment crime, for no one in the right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder, unless you're crazy. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? Hence why it was in my car.
I was in the police department the entire day, you know.
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you just think I ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Well, I mean, actually, if he would have asked Meekins, Meekins would have been like, yes, sir, you want me to transport a dead body? Of course, sir. I'll do it right away. No questions asked, sir. Sir. I'll even drive it off this cliff if you want me to, sir.
Well, you go with it.
God.
Well, you go with it.
Yes, sir. and that's actually the real reason he's got that bandage on his right hand. He actually survived. You just heard of that right hand.
Wait, really? Yes.
Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office.
Oh, yes.
All this time, I thought it was just a useless clue just taking up space.
I know which one it is. How could the chief have moved the body?
Remember this one.
Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Okay, there's actually 2 evidence, so if you give me one, I'll go ahead and present it.
Let the SM go first because he just arrived.
So, alright. So, we know that the body was found by the car.
Give me each piece of evidence
Okay.
one by one because I can barely see.
So, alright, so we got
ID.
Goodman's ID card.
ID, King of Prosecutors, knife,
We got a parking
parking
sub.
stub.
This was, and this was when Ashwood just entered the office at 5:12.
Okay, and then you have.
We got the Blue Badger. We got the autopsy report from Goodman.
Mhm.
We got the note with the SL9 on his phone. Parking lot floor plans. We got the crime photo itself. We got the shoe. Broken knife, that was Joe Darks. No testing fluid. We can just spray can if we want. ID card record. Fingerprint set. Screwdriver, this was
That's
brought
the
back
one.
by Ashworth by Chief Gant's request. We got Goodman's lost item report. Evidence room floor plans. Rubber glove. Locker, evidence locker. Unstable jar. Marshall's fingerprints. Video. SO9 incident files. Neil's autopsy report. The picture. Evidence list. The clause that we just recently got this. Evidence law. And we also got the Professor and Marianne right over there.
The Professor and Marianne.
Okay, so
That way I
evidence.
remember. Okay.
Alright, so rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. And rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. So that's all we need to know for that one.
I think I know the first one, but
Okay, so we need to.
You need to
How he moved the victim's body.
from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Now we know that he was found in Edgewood's car.
And we know the parking stub was just right before they claimed the death.
Yes.
Now, that's we could do the parking stub, but that won't really prove how he moved it.
Well, like I said, there are 2 evidence you can present, and you can give me one of the 2. I'll go ahead and present it.
What I'm saying is that won't do it. So you could say say that he put on the gloves.
So, do you want to try a glove or something, or?
Because it was tagged, it's thin. But also on top of that, it's rubber gloves. So he could have used rubber gloves to transport it into the car. The other thing would be the screwdriver to open up the
Alrighty. Where do you think, Bonnie?
Easily the screwdriver, without question.
Alright, let's
How the
try
fuck
the
are we-
screwdriver first, see what happens.
Take that!
This is how he moved Detective Goodman's
We
body!
lost on that.
What's that? A screwdriver? I mean, how the fuck are they gonna open the car? You know, a screwdriver will do the job, so, you know. But what does this have to do with this case?
Mr. Rushworth, think back to the day of the crime. What's the screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... Ah! I was asked to go. But Chief Gant, no less.
Yeah, okay, actually, yeah, this was the part that you two were not here, because this was during the second investigation where I was alone. For a while.
Not my fault.
I know, but I'm just saying.
He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any
Oh, yeah, I
case,
remember
on
this,
the
'cause
day of the
I had
stabbings,
just-
I
I had
brought
just
this
arrived
back
actually.
here.
No, go ahead, keep going.
Alright.
Well, I knew about the screwdriver. I just didn't think that was the way that it was going to go out. I thought we were talking about the way he got it into the trunk.
No, it was just, well, actually, no, it was just more like, how did he move it and such.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. And, fun fact, you can actually present the parking sub, and it would be the same thing.
It
So
still says his name, so-
the parking sub is actually another answer you put. So if you do that, then Ash would be like, wait, you mean I moved the body myself? It was in my car and I was driving it the whole time? And pretty much will also lead to the same thing with the screwdriver.
After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to.
You mean
The
I
I had to.
Okay. Anyway, the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened, and yeah, this would actually lead. This would be the outcome if you were to present the parking sub first. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport the evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation: to transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lorna Skye.
Order. What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in a trunk to be taken away. It was actually the opposite.
It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
My time is up.
That's right, I placed a bomb right here in the courtroom. You're all gonna die! What?
You did not just bring up Apollo Justice.
Well, not. Actually, it's funny that you say that, because, actually, no, it's not Apollo Justice. It's actually from Dual Destinies. I haven't...
Whatever, you get my point.
I do, yeah. I haven't played the games yet, but I do know that, yeah, there is a point where, like, a bomb will be used in a case.
It's the first case.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, Rhino, I'm sorry to interrupt your references and everything, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this.
How about he's pulling at his hair?
Yeah, no, my hair is really so pointy and everything. I once thought it was actually made of lightning. We have to get going if we're to make it. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
Objection!
Otherwise, it'd be like $2 more.
Yes, and that's really annoying. All right, I'm one of those people that don't believe in tipping. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. There are certain
You're
risks to be
going
considered.
to just run away after all this.
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy.
Oh, he's gonna run away.
I stab all good men? That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had a lot to dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get over with.
Okay. Name one piece.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Cameron Gannon is the current chief of police.
Read over the phone.
This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof.
Oh god, is this where
Actually, there is
is this
nothing
where
in
the
phone. The only word that was used was muffler. It was not for Gan. It was for Emma.
is this the part where there's the bad ending? Or not yet?
No, we're not near.
Bad ending will happen in the third one.
Yeah. Pretty much, it's gonna happen in the very next trial.
Okay.
Move
Okay.
to-
Just wanted to be sure.
I'm trying to think what needs to be presented real quick.
Okay.
I know there is something that has to be presented next. Look at the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Alrighty.
And
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Halberd was
The Halberd was removed 2 years ago because we found out that Neil Marshall was the one that was using it to try to knock out Dark, and Emma thought that Marshall was Dark, so she shoved him out of the way.
Yeah. And stabbed him and stuff.
Yes.
And I go back a page. The jar.
So we've already presented this one. We found out that Emma's written on the surface of blood, and she thought this was the Blue Badger. Yeah.
I forgot. Go back a page.
Okay.
What's the photo that's there?
That's the crime that Angel Star took.
And what about the other side?
That's for the evidence floor plans.
Check them
So yeah, this is the floor plans. This is where we found out that the Blue Badger that was not there. So pretty much we proved that if the Blue Badger was there, then it was impossible for anyone to place a handprint by Gumshoe's locker. So that was how we were able to prove that pretty much there had been a murderer right before the Blue Badger was there. And that's why we were linking Gan to this murder, because he was there by 420. And yeah, like I said, this
Switchblade? Switchblade was what?
that's Joe Darks. And the tip was found in Neil Marshall's body, apparently. But apparently we proved that that might have been part of the forged evidence.
Okay, back a page.
And we're just literally going back to the same thing.
Okay, what was his note?
And it's just the SO9 incident. That's all.
Is there anything on the back? Because, we never
Nothing in the back, and we can't even check the back.
Goodman. It says Goodman in the bottom left.
Yeah,
So he wrote it on one of his notes.
pretty much.
Continue, I'll figure it out.
Alright.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gann murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body.
Do I have concrete proof? If you feel you do, we can present evidence.
No,
you
I
don't,
have no proof yet.
What do you think, Bonnie?
No, there's no
Alright.
proof. There's absolutely no proof.
There's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of yet myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
Because we
Uh-oh,
can't...
This is not good.
Oh! I think I get it. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Remember I made you check the book a minute ago.
Yes.
The first rule is it has to go through the police.
It has to go through the police. But what was the second rule?
The second rule is it could be presented if it's relevant.
And to the case on trial.
In this situation, none of the evidence is relevant until a statement was made. And because it's that, we can't prove it yet.
At least not yet, yes. So you're on the right track. So yes, keep that in mind for later. See you, Yoshi?
I think I finally figured out which. I think I figured this case out pretty well by myself this time instead of having to keep going to you and Reddit.
Good.
Even though I hate how long this case is. It's the longest case.
I mean, it is one of the longest out there. But just wait till we get to like the other cases.
And remember, I
such.
played this on iPad.
You did. You played this on iPad, but I played this on an emulator.
Yeah.
Anyway, my bad.
That's okay.
In that case, the court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What?
What?
Here's a tip: never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, LG, I'll leave the rest to you as I teleport away.
Such a manipulator, honestly. That guy's such a manipulator.
Give me up, Scotty.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law
I know
enforcement
we
agency.
hit,
Yeah.
But it's like the only hit we take.
What? No! We don't take a hit.
Lady Luck? Maybe we should have a word with her.
Oh,
Why am I not
yes.
using Edward's voice?
Yes, Mr. Ratchworth, are you okay? Sorry, Ron, I'm just real sick today, okay? Sick of all this bullshit. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Mr. Edgeworth, what the fuck do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't had the honor of hearing her testimony. It's Lana.
Yep, a lady
Yep.
who knows the truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gant has revoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial, someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. I lost that right. Right.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Mr.
Mr.
Rice is
Wright?
like, yeah, very funny, Edgeworth. Oh.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
Yes, it does.
She may not be willing to tell the
Lena,
truth.
Lana,
Lana, Lena, Lana, whatever you want to call her.
Just shut up and do it!
But we can't stop now. Well, I mean, technically we can stop. I could end the stream right now if I wanted to, but I'm not. Yes, Your Honor.
The
The
kid, it's
Lana.
the kid!
The defense. Yes, the kid. We like to call Emma back. We want to traumatize her some more. Well, okay, let's traumatize Emma some more. Put her in here.
Are we doing... Oh, wait. Emma is the kid.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's 16. So.
I thought her name was Lana.
No.
I don't know.
But well, I mean, to be fair, they kind of look somewhat similar, so I can kind of see the confusion. Actually, no, Your Honor. I want to call Maya. I miss my goober. I want her back, please. Can we just call her instead?
Yeah, because then she'll be on trial for the third or fourth time. She'll know the understanding of
I miss Maya a lot.
I'm sorry, Maya, but I'm accusing you of murder once again. Nick, what the hell? I haven't seen you in a while.
Wait, what the hell? I haven't seen you in a while. Why are you making me do
You guys said the same thing right after each other without even hearing the other. Like, come on.
Alright.
The more we last, the more I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Okay.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task? To dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. Court is now
Hold on.
Huh? Chief Gan, I thought you teleported away.
I teleported back. Anyway, listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana. No shit, Phoenix. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. Ah, this isn't good. Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then, I've got a lunch date to meet. Beat me up, Scotty.
And he teleported away.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna allow an open thread right here in my courtroom. Sure, why not?
If there aren't any further objections, then this court is in recess.
I'm gonna play on the Monkey Boys! Woo!